Kindling the Crown, the Pangolin Princess's Fiery Ascent. Chapter 1. The Scales of Scalaria. In the heart of a sprawling forest kingdom called Scalaria, where towering trees whispered secrets and rivers gleamed like silver threads, lived the pangolin royal family. Scalaria was a land of harmony, home to creatures of all kinds: otters who danced with water, eagles who commanded the winds, and badgers who shaped the earth. Each species bore an elemental affinity, a gift from the ancient spirits that had forged the world. The pangolins, with their shimmering, armor-like scales, were said to be the children of fire, though few dared to speak of it. Princess Zara, the youngest of King Torin and Queen Lila's 3 children, was unlike her siblings. Where her older sister, Princess Mara, was poised and reserved, destined to inherit the throne, and her younger brother, Prince Kael, was timid and bookish, Zara was a blaze of curiosity. Her scales, a deep bronze that caught the sunlight, seemed to glow faintly, hinting at something untamed within her. She spent her days exploring the edges of the kingdom, climbing rocky outcrops and dreaming of adventures beyond Scalaria's borders. But fire, the element tied to her kind, was a forbidden topic in Scalaria. Long ago, a great blaze, the calamity of ashes, had swept through the land, leaving scars on the forest and the hearts of its people. The pangolins, once revered as fire guardians, were blamed for failing to control the flames. Since then, fire was shunned, its use limited to dim hearths under strict supervision. To speak of it was to invite fear and suspicion. One crisp morning, as golden light filtered through the canopy, Zara wandered to the forbidden cliffs at Scalaria's edge. There, hidden among jagged rocks, she found a crevice glowing with an eerie orange light. Heart pounding, she squeezed through, her scales scraping stone, until she emerged into a cavern. At its center stood an ancient altar, etched with swirling runes, and atop it rested a single ember, pulsing like a heartbeat. As Zara reached out, the ember flared, and a tongue of flame leapt into her claws. She gasped, expecting pain, but felt only warmth. The fire danced, alive, and then sank into her scales. A surge of heat coursed through her, and with a startled cry, she unleashed a burst of flame that scorched the cavern wall. Trembling, she stared at her claws, now faintly glowing. She had awakened something forbidden. Chapter 2. The Mentor's Wisdom. Zara fled the cavern, her mind ablaze with questions. She hid her glowing claws beneath her cape, but the secret gnawed at her. That night, unable to sleep, she sought out Elder Vorn, a wizened tortoise who served as the kingdom's historian. His shell was etched with years of wisdom, and his eyes gleamed with quiet understanding. "Elder Vorn," she whispered, meeting him in his moss-draped hut. I I found something. In the cliffs, fire came to me." Vorn's gaze sharpened. "Show me, child." Hesitantly, Zara extended her claws and willed the heat to return. A small flame flickered to life, casting shadows across the hut. Vorn did not flinch. Instead, he nodded slowly. "The old tales are true," he murmured. "Long before the calamity, pangolins were the flame keepers, guardians of fire's balance. They wielded it to protect, to forge, to renew. But when the calamity struck, fear turned the people against them. The gift was buried, forgotten, until now." "But why me?" Zara asked, extinguishing the flame. "Because the fire chooses its bearer," Vorn replied. "It senses your spirit, bold, unyielding. But it is a heavy burden, Zara. You must learn to master it, or it will master you." Under Vorn's guidance, Zara began secret training in the forest's depths. She learned to summon sparks, then flames, shaping them into ribbons and orbs. At first, her control faltered. Trees singed, and once she nearly set a stream ablaze, much to the dismay of her otter friend Lyra. But with each session, her confidence grew, and the fire felt less like a stranger and more like a part of her. Chapter 3. Shadows of Doubt. News of Zara's discovery could not stay hidden forever. Whispers spread. Servants glimpsed her practicing, and a charred patch of grass fueled rumors. Soon, the Royal Council, a stern assembly of elders representing Scalaria's species, summoned her. Lord Gavric, a hawk with piercing eyes and an air affinity, glared at her. "Fire, Princess! Do you wish to repeat the calamity?" "It's not like that," Zara protested. "I can control it. It's a gift, not a curse." "Control?" sneered Lady Serna, a badger of earth, her voice thick with disdain. "Your kind lost that right long ago." King Torin, his scales dulled by age, raised a claw for silence. "Zara, this is reckless. Fire has no place here." "But father," Zara said, "what if it could protect us? What if it's our strength?" Her words fell on deaf ears. The council banned her from using her powers, and guards were posted to watch her. Worse, her sister Mara, once her confidant, turned cold. "You're endangering us all," she said, her voice trembling with anger or fear. Only Prince Kale, with his wide, curious eyes, stood by her. "I believe in you, Zara," he whispered. "Show them." Chapter 4. The Northern Threat. As spring turned to summer, a shadow crept over Scalaria. Scouts returned with grim tidings. A horde of frost wolves from the northern mountains, led by the ruthless Alpha Kryn, was amassing. Their icy breath could freeze rivers, and their intent was clear: conquest. Scalaria's defenses, reliant on earth barriers and wind gusts, were ill-equipped against such a foe. Zara saw her chance. "Father, let me help. Fire can melt their ice." Torin's face hardened. "Enough, Zara. We'll handle this without your experiments." But the threat grew. Villages near the border fell, their inhabitants fleeing south. Desperate, Zara resumed her training in secret, guided by Vorn and aided by Lyra, whose water affinity balanced her flames. She practiced until her scales glowed like embers, her control near perfect. One night, she overheard a plot. Lord Gavric, conspiring with a shadowy figure, planned to sabotage the kingdom's defenses, hoping to seize power amid the chaos. Furious, Zara confronted him, but he laughed. "Prove your fire's worth, Princess, or stay out of my way." Chapter 5. The Quest for the Ember Crown. Vorn revealed a legend. The Ember Crown, a relic hidden in the Fireheart volcano, could amplify a Flamekeeper's power. "If you claim it," he said, "no one could deny your strength." With Lyra and Kale at her side, Zara set out. The journey was perilous: rivers to cross, cliffs to scale, and storms conjured by Gavrik's wind allies. At the volcano's base, they faced a fire spirit, a serpentine creature of flame named Pyra. "Why seek the crown?" Pyra hissed. "To save my people," Zara replied, meeting its gaze. "Fire isn't just destruction, it's life." Pyra tested her, forcing her to walk through a wall of flame. She emerged unscathed, her scales ablaze, and the spirit bowed. At the volcano's heart, she found the Ember Crown, a circlet of obsidian and glowing gems. As she donned it, power surged through her, her flames roaring with newfound intensity. Chapter 6. The Battle of Scalaria. Zara returned as the frost wolves struck. Kryn's forces breached the outer defenses, ice encasing trees and homes. The council faltered, Gavrik's betrayal exposed too late. King Torin rallied the army, but hope waned. Then Zara stepped forward. Trust me, she pleaded. Torin hesitated, then nodded. Do what you must. With the ember crown aglow, Zara unleashed her fire. Walls of flame melted advancing ice, and fireballs drove back the wolves. Lyra doused stray blazes, while Kael, wielding a staff from Vorn, bolstered their courage. In the chaos, Zara faced Kryn, his icy jaws snapping. She summoned a firestorm, her scales unfurling into a radiant shield, and struck. Kryn howled as his frost melted, fleeing into the night. Chapter 7. The Crown of Flames. The kingdom cheered as the invaders retreated. Gavrik was exiled, and the council, humbled, knelt before Zara. Torin, pride in his eyes, stepped aside. Scaleria needs a new queen, he said. Crowned Queen Zara, the flame heart, she vowed to restore fire's honor. Forges sprang to life, crafting tools and warming homes. The people embraced her, and the pangolins reclaimed their legacy as flame keepers. In the years that followed, Zara ruled with wisdom, her fire a beacon of renewal. She forged alliances with other elemental realms, ensuring balance. And each night she gazed at the stars, the ember crown at her side, knowing she had kindled a new era. This story, Kindling the Crown, the Pangolin Princess's fiery ascent, spans Zara's transformation from a curious princess to a powerful queen, weaving themes of courage, heritage, and the responsible use of power into a rich, fantastical tapestry.